Ruth Kundsin is famous for the fact that at her age she regularly goes to the gym, pumping all the muscles like an avid bodybuilder. Ruth was born in New York in 1916, and now she's 106 years old. Where did she get so much strength from? And what is the secret of her longevity? She visits the gym and shakes her abs, legs, arms. She has a personal trainer, Ramone, who is much younger than Ruth. He's only 70 years old. Here's what he says. She came up to me about 13 years ago when she was 93. Since then, she has been practicing every Friday for 10 years. She always starts with cardio training and then performs strength training. We're working on every part of the body, trying to preserve its strength. Here's what Ruth Kundsin says. The older you get, the more you need to exercise, because with age you lose strength. My coach pushes me to ensure that there is muscle pain during the exercise. If there is no muscle pain, then there will be no benefit from the exercise. And it really helps me. By the time I'm ready to go to bed, I go to bed and immediately fall asleep. And when there is a good sleep, there is a good recovery. I'm glad I went to the gym at the time. If it wasn't for the exercise machines, I wouldn't look the way I look, and I wouldn't be so healthy. It's never too late to start. I don't care if you've ever studied or you're 80, you can get better. I'm healthy thanks to proper nutrition, positive thinking, exercise, and the social aspect. You must have something to look forward to. This is my secret. I love coming here to the gym because here I not only train, I meet people. Social connection plays an important role in our psychological state. The social aspect gives us an impulse and the desire to continue to create and move forward without paying attention to the years. I think that's what helps you stay alive. I seriously think so. This saves us from age-related depression. The woman summed up. Friends, in order to stay healthy, beautiful and active like this woman, it is important to take a comprehensive approach to this issue. You can learn all the useful information on this topic from our videos on the channel. So we recommend subscribing and clicking on the bell so as not to miss new educational releases. Let's go further. Ruth Kundsin worked as a microbiologist for 51 years and retired at the age of 81. She became one of the first female professors at Harvard, as well as the author of 150 publications, wrote 5 books, and even became a champion swimmer among the elderly. She has 52 swimming medals at home, including 3 gold ones. Ruth also closely monitors her diet. Here's what woman says on the topic of nutrition. My breakfast is oatmeal, lots of berries and fruits of all kinds. I consume little flour. I don't eat beef, sugar, and limit sweets. At 106, Ruth Kundsin cooks for herself, does all the housework, takes care of her garden, and goes up and down the stairs every day. I don't need to take care of my 2 children and my husband right now. I'm only taking care of myself right now. I am free, and I can do that what I want. I like to visit cinemas, theaters, museums, and of course the gym. I used to work out once a week. Now I go to the gym 3 times. When asked how life is different at 106 years old, she replied, "There are more worries and anxiety because you hear worse and see worse, but in my spirit I feel as good as in my youth. I'm happy. I am a positive and very optimistic person, and I like to enjoy life. I am surrounded by young people everywhere. For example, my daughter, who is a little over 80 years old. All these young people inspire me with optimism, because I'm not very old yet." In one of her interviews, the woman shared her rules, which she has been following for a very long time. Friends, before we move on to the rules, we ask you to like and leave a comment under the video. This will help promote it, which will become motivation for even more people. Let's go further. So, 5 tips from Ruth Kundsin. The first rule: become an optimist. Perhaps God gave me such a long life because of my character. I am a big optimist. If you look at life with a positive attitude, then you will live for a long time. I always smile and very rarely cry. And I really want to live. I love my life in all its manifestations. I love to travel, and I want to visit beautiful places that have remained unexplored for me so far. I love to drive a car myself and I also really like flying airplanes. Positive-minded people are friendly. They know how to forgive insults. They meet many difficulties with laughter, and laughter, as you know, makes health stronger, as it lowers blood pressure and reduces the risk of heart attacks. The second rule: lead a healthy lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle is my recipe. Maximum movement, exercise in the morning, swimming in the sea, physical labor, and also products grown with our own hands in the garden. Give up bad habits and increase physical activity. Give up the car and walk or ride a bike, and instead of using the elevator, just take the stairs. Let physical activity become an integral part of your daily life. The third rule: quality sleep. Full sleep is very important for the body. It is necessary to distribute your strength competently, alternating periods of sleep and wakefulness. If you work continuously, the irreparable can happen, even at young age. In addition, during a night's sleep, a hormone called melatonin is produced. Its deficiency leads to premature aging and many other diseases. In addition, you should observe the daily routine. Due to this, the body adapts to living conditions. The necessary hormones are produced, which in general contributes to longevity. The fourth rule: spirituality. Faith is one of the useful habits that increase the chances of a long, healthy life. Religious affiliation doesn't matter. You can be a Buddhist, a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, or a Hindu. People who do not forget about the spiritual aspect are less likely to suffer from cardiovascular diseases, depression, stress, and their immune system functions much better. Even those who just believe in something are distinguished by self-esteem and a higher sense of self-worth because of faith organizes, stimulates positive expectations, which in turn reduces the level of stress, the growth of cortisol, the stress hormone. Friends, before we continue, we would like to recommend you to watch our other videos with amazing people who defied old age. You will find a link to this playlist by clicking on the hint in the upper right corner or in the first pinned comment under this video. Let's go further. The fifth rule: avoid sugar in the diet. Sugar not only harms teeth, causing the appearance of caries, but also serves as one of the key factors in the loss of skin elasticity, accelerates the aging process. Therefore, its consumption should be strictly controlled, and even better to abandon the refined products altogether. A diet with a high sugar content causes glycation processes, as a result of which elastin and collagen fibers are damaged, which causes wrinkles. The positivity and optimism of this woman can only be envied. Ruth Kundsin is an example of how active and interesting it is to live at any age. Friends, what do you think about this woman? Feel free to write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful, share the link with your friends and like it. We also advise you to watch our previous videos. Thanks for watching.